machinist for all those years. The planet closed almost 3 years ago now, and times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Another body. Just doing his job, no doubt. His face was covered in blood. Some kind of head wound. I wondered, was this flashlight his? Uh-oh. Dug it into the ground cover. Old watch. For my watch. Now this. Why was all my stuff missing? Okay. Getting used to it now. One of the lockers hung open. The contents were tossed around, and it looked like someone had been looking for something. Large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off on other parts of the factory. Starting to burn, covering corners. The box wasn't receiving power. Oh, it was locked. It was locked. Let me kick that door in, please. Every part of the plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. The board contained yellowed paper clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked there. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. The open locker stuffed with dirty clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out, and the face was unrecognizable. Oh. Not a good sign. Is that my locker, or what's going on? It's so loud. Shut tight. Card key slot. Our old break table. Layers of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. 'Cause you did it. You did it. We did it. Another panel that I hope to turn back. The utility shelves crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? You know, you never can not have too many hammers. I don't know if there's a law about having too many hammers. There's a law about having too many dildos, so why not too many hammers? Never know. It's a weird line. This locker was a complete mess. The hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take it? Because it's my ID. That's what it is. My ID. Another panel that I hope could get working. Panel. Panel. There we go. It's all the way around on that one. Alright, now that's what the hammer is for. This was nailed shut. What is in here? This was my locker. There in the fact it stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I'd taken that picture home when the factory closed. It's a mess of booze bottles. I wonder if that man in that house had something to do with this. He sure had a lot of alcohol in his place. The one in my hand, dude! You know what I'm saying? Alright. Stale scent of old factory gave way to the brisk odor of pine trees and dirt. I was back outside. I thought I wasn't sure if that was better or worse. The path beyond them was dark. My flashlight barely illuminated anything. I wondered if it had really been taken from the factory. If so, how did I get it? That poor guard. He was probably just doing his job. Maybe he knew that what was going on in that boarded up room. If he did, wouldn't he tell that tale? He wouldn't be telling that tale to anybody. I hope the path led back into town. I needed to find some help. Rusty old truck careened off the road into the rail guard. Front was crushed and the windows were all smashed. Judging by the rust, it had been there a while. I have to remember, it's so loud. The garbage bin was a rotten, disgusting mess. Rotten food and slick black garbage bags. There was a thin, greasy corner poking out from one of the bags. Was it my driver's license? What? How could you discern? Wow. Sounded like it was starting to rain. Oh boy. I'd entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of the television. The entrance to the front of the store was locked from the inside. Looked like it could be opened just a pop. It needed a key. There's a bit of blood on the keyhole. What? What? TV's freaking me out, man. Need to figure that out. Indecipherable channel. Oh, another body. Norman. Lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he had been shot trying to get up. His eyes were still wide in shock. He deserved better than this, Norman. Did I close his eyes? Of course, it's respect. Respect. Quickly, I closed Norman's eyes. Well, why not? Hey, we can pick lock that door. Pick lock. Lock pick. What is this? Looks like a pull chain. Aha! Look at me being observant and shit. I realized they were Rachel's clothes and photos and shoes. What were you doing here, Rachel? Were you responsible for poor Norman downstairs? I'm pretty sure I remember that, like, they were having an affair and you got real drunk and killed a lot of people. That's what I take from all this. General store was small, but it was clean. The usual postcards, snacks, magazines, canned goods. I never went there much, but Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. And made friends with a guy named Norman. Got real chummy. Icebox seemed unplugged. Must have been for a while. Most of the contents were half melted. Only half? There are various postcards from the area. Looks like there wasn't better shape. The night continued to make a horrible turn. After a horrible turn, it had been weeks since I'd last seen Norman, but to find him like that, I thought of him still lying on the floor back there. The gun I carried seemed ever present. Seeing that dusty old box, those old clothes, was a shock. How long had they been there? And what was Rachel doing at Norman's place? I felt like I'd only discovered more questions, no answers. But I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth. Dun dun. We're going back home. Oh snap. Here we go. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. Yeah, why not? You're just a passerby, bruh. I took a deep breath and opened the package. Federal crime. Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. And my husband is an easy man to beat with. But he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort things out. Away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him. Norman, just don't you think you can hold that against me. Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure if I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. Oh, see, yeah. That's what, yeah, proves that. Wrong game. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding. And it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. I held my breath as I approached my own back door. I was terrified to step inside. Not me! The house was painfully quiet, and the only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flickered the light switch to the door. The power was off. Well, that sucks. I figured. I remembered having breakfast on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? Man, you got all mixed up. You're a drunk. You're drunky drunk. The door to the basement was locked. Where had I put the damn key? All upstairs and stuff now, boy. Found the last missing piece of my wallet, the old photo of Rachel. I stared back and reminded me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway? Oh man, I don't know. Yep. I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling better. Got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Before I knew I was going to lose my job, I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but then it was too late. Alright. Up. Now that we're cozy, look like half of the man. So let's see if I did. My wife's Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling. What was in it? Did I open it? Why not? The Rachel suitcase contained clothes, toiletries, and a train ticket. Is this what you were going to do with Norman? No, she was gonna go off on her own, man. That's not true at all. Holy Mary had been smashed. You have to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed tubs. Bags, stuff, old paint cans and supplies. There was some dirty old key. Took the small key. Flexible clothes, tools, and other things. If I found something heavy enough. woke up. Alright. Now what? Bills. There was a credit card bill. Did I open it? Bill opener, read it. I was surprised it did something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. Break in here? No, that was me in a drunken rage. There was an old crowbar on the floor. Of course! Take the crowbar. Now we're armed to the teeth. Yeah. I stepped to the broken wall. My breath caught in my throat. What? Was Rachel telling me she okay? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Don't look. Don't look. Pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what lay within. But I knew I had to. I'd come this far. After all this searching, after all I'd seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? What the hell, man? Wrapped within the filthy rags pile, pale and still, was Rachel. She was covered in fading bruises and what looked like cuts. Her chest was in a horrible mess of blood and dirt, and I couldn't bear to look at it. The knife in my boot, the gun in my pocket, were they the tools of her murder? I thought about all I had seen and wondered if any of it could help me figure out who had done this. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs and made my way upstairs. Reluctantly, exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. Yay! Trophy time! Fucking awesome. Sorry, that was a hard F. Woke up in my bed, woke up in my bed, woke up in my bed. Maybe I would use some of Rachel's travel books and find someplace to go. Why would I need someplace to go? Since everyone's dead? It was my wallet with its contents intact, whether I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again. Or maybe somebody stole it from me. Sleepwalking? Now we got illnesses we don't know about. Norman stored that for us, the water tower. Was I at those places before? I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. But what does that mean? I don't know, bro. This was the old photo of that other man and his wife, I assumed. I found it at the house. There was a lot of disturbing things in the tunnels underneath the house. Maybe that man wasn't quite what he seemed. well, what did I think? Was that man involved in this whole mess somehow? Yes, definitely. Those tunnels, the odd tools in the house, he wasn't innocent. That's for sure. For sure. When the few broken pieces that remained in the mirror, I could see my own face in a pale, weak, getting bear to look at it again. It was like I didn't actually expect a reflection. I felt empty and drained. Uh-oh. I still love the old time charm of that claw-footed hand. Though it seemed like old comfort hand. Rachel loved this part of the house. Already found at the bottom of the factory. Never did bother to use it. Someone poking around in the flame. Still, it didn't seem quite to add up. What was I going? This is where you're just telling yourself your own story at this point. You know, who knows? Who knows? But I'm gonna say yes. It looked that way, didn't it? That locker had given up drinking, but yeah. Here, yeah. I mean, what about it, you know? I know of a way, but I'm not gonna do it until I find a different way. Were you really having an affair with Norman? With a guy named Norman? But why? I didn't think things were that bad. In the letter, Rachel seemed concerned. She almost seemed worried of what Norman might do. Did he do that to Rachel? Here's where you can either pin it on yourself or pin it on Norman. I mean, I found him. Sure, I would sure be. She wanted in the affair, and that bastard, he killed her for it. A lot of it made sense. Norman was clearly seeing Rachel a lot, so he had plenty of time to plan it out. He seemed there were lived obvious. He knew where we lived, obviously. This is why Rachel looked so scared when I came home that day. What had happened to me? Did Norman knock me out or something? Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. Oh, basement time! There wasn't anything for me to find, but at least I had to take a last look. Last look at Rachel! Ah! Now that I stood there, I realized I couldn't go back into that room again. I'd already seen too much! Too much! If I wanted to end it, I could do it. I could do it with the gun. Did I pick it up again? Oh no! Yeah, now we. Why are we wanting to. But. Nah. Just the thought of it made my head spin. I left the gun on the cold basement floor. If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm place. But... oh no. That's the other way. No, no, no. There was another means of dealing with this. I can't kill myself! You go take the knife to the bathroom, you kill yourself in the tub. That's that one. No reason to stay in that house. Should I leave? Never to return? Never to return! Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plan had helped me in some way to stay grounded. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. I had MRIs and piles of doctor's reports, but nothing seemed to help, not even drinking. But I swear I tried to give it up. I know it. The sleepwalking never really went away, though. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was a final act of a long-standing horror I'd been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. It was obvious to me that the man I had found in that house had something to do with this. Could he have killed Rachel? It started to seem that there were too many things I had seen to think otherwise. But what was hidden within those sewers I had found? The tunnel to the man's house was obviously led there. But was there something I missed? I'd found the contents of my wallet scattered throughout the town. Why the hell had I been out there? Had my sleepwalking gone to some new extreme? The thought that I couldn't